Boys and girls and children of all ages, please welcome the First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama, along with Santa and Bo. Mrs. Obama is going to read a book to us at this point, but thank you again for being here.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Can everybody hear me? Yes. Well, it's good to be back. Last year I came, I had 2 additional guests. Malia and Sasha came with me, but they're in school, so they couldn't come. But Bo got ready. He's clean, so when we're finished, anybody who, and he's groomed. Thank you, Gabrielle. He is groomed. So anybody who wants to pet him when we're done, we'll walk him around, okay? And I don't know if you remember last year, but Bo barked at Santa. But this year, Santa and Bo have become fast friends.
Absolutely.
So with that, I'm going to read one story, and then I'll be able to answer any questions you guys have. This is a Christmas classic. It's a favorite. I read it earlier this week, was it, at the lighting of the National Christmas Tree. So I'm going to read it to you guys. It's The Night Before Christmas. All right? You ready? Yes. Oh, not you, Bo. Oh, man, he was doing so well. Come here, Bo. Bo. All right, I'm going to let him go. He's good. He's good. He'll be fine. Okay, we ready? 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Can you guys see? Okay, well, hopefully I do an equally good job, but don't tell me if I don't. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief, and I in my cap, had just settled down for a long winter's nap. They're sleeping. What do you think they're waiting for? I believe that's true, but let's see. St. Nicholas, yes, they do call him that. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash.
Bo is in the story.
Is Bo? Oh, that does look like Bo. It's a Bo look-alike. What do you think he heard? Why is he all in an uproar? Maybe so. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. He's coming. He's coming. My mama read it too, and your teacher. A lot of people read this story. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick. More rapid than eagles, his coursers, they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Can you all try to say the names with me? Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away all. Well, Gabrielle asked, what about Rudolph? You know, he didn't make this story. And I think Rudolph was around in another Christmas. It was that stormy Christmas where it was a blizzard. This was better weather, so they probably didn't need him. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with the sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. You gonna come to my house? Sounds good. We got a lot of trees and candy. Gabriel says toys and candy. They've got all that. They've got all that. And then in a twinkling, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof as I drew in my head and was turning around. Down the chimney, St. Nicholas came with a bound. How do you think he fits in that chimney? How do you do it?
Hold your breath.
You gotta get, is that true?
You have to get close to the chimney to get into the chimney.
That's
true.
Very good. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his sack.
And a grown-up saw Santa.
And a grown-up saw, because only grown-ups see Santa. You do know that, right?
And children.
Well, that's on Christmas Eve, but you guys see him before then. Yeah. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. How does it feel to have us talking about you in the third person?
It's all good things.
That's good. It's good. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke, it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He's got his list with him, so he's looking over the list, and I'm sure he's looking to see who's naughty and nice. He's at that house going, should I leave something? So where are you guys going to be on? Are you going to be on the naughty or the nice list? Goodness, that's good. That's good, because you see he's looking. He makes that call right there in the chair. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. So there's no need to be afraid of Santa, right? A man coming into your house at night, Christmas Eve. Because he is our friend, absolutely. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He operates quickly. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team, gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim ere he drove out of sight. What did he say to everybody? We could do this again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Yay! Not yet, not yet. Yes. All right, we'll find him.
Was told that you might have a couple minutes for a couple questions.
Yes.
So, boys and girls, do you have some questions
You
for the
done
First
with us?
Lady?
Where's Bo? Where's Bo? Bo's around. We're going to bring him out at the end. Okay, we have a question.
What is your favorite Christmas tree in the White House?
Oh, that's a good question, sweetie. That's a very good question. You know, there's the biggest Christmas tree that's in the White House is in a room called the Blue Room. And I don't know if you guys were watching TV, but that's the tree that they bring in the day after Thanksgiving with the horse-drawn wagon. And we have to go outside and look at it and make sure it's just right. Well, that tree this year is decorated by some of the art students. So some art students decorated it, and they put ribbons on it that represent each of the states. And the theme for this year at the White House is simple gifts. Those states, absolutely, those United States. But the theme this year is simple gifts, because what we're trying to remember is that Christmas can be celebrated with some of the most basic things. You don't need a lot of money. You don't always have to have toys and lights and glitter. You can have ribbons and hay and paper and recycled materials, and you can make them look beautiful. So a lot of the ornaments are made out of fresh dried fruits, and they're newspapers that are folded in really interesting ways that look beautiful, and they're spray painted. A lot of things that you can do at home with your mom. So the big blue tree is decorated by some of the students in that way. So that's my favorite tree. Yes.
Why do you get bow for Christmas?
You know, Malia and Sasha are actually responsible for shopping for Bo. And I don't know what they're going to get him, but you know, they're probably going to get him some toys because he loses his toys. They're everywhere. They're all over the White House, in the South Lawn. I mean, the dog's a mess. Just leaves his toys everywhere. Then he loses them and he's got nothing to play with. So we probably need to get him some more toys. All right. What do you think? Do you think we should get him anything in particular? You got any ideas?
A chewy.
A ball, a chewy? Okay, well, let's keep it down so he doesn't hear. We want it to be a surprise, all right?
What are you going to get the president for Christmas?
Oh, all right. Look, the press is all like... Because I'm not going to tell you because it's going to be in the paper tomorrow, and then he's going to read it, and then it won't be a surprise. But first I have to see whether he's been naughty or nice. I've been trying to figure that out. What do you think I should get the president?
When you're nice.
When only if he's nice. Let's assume he's been nice. What do you think? Any ideas? Any president gift ideas?
That's a good one. Go ahead, tell us.
All right.
About a watch.
A watch? Okay. Well, that's a suggestion. Any other ideas for
A president bell.
a president bell? How would that work?
Well, first you put it on the rooftop.
A rooftop president's bell. All right, we'll think that through. What do you think I should get him?
You should get him a new suit.
Good idea. President needs a new suit. What do you think I should get him? Candy. All right, let's take another question. Those are all great ideas. Yes, sweetie?
What did you ask Santa for this year?
You know, I didn't ask for anything in particular. You know, one of the biggest gifts I got this year, we got it this morning. We signed an important law that helps make the school lunches more healthy. Yay. And that was my big Christmas wish. I was talking to Santa, oh, please, Santa, please bring this. And he did, so I got my gift early. Yes, sweetie.
What does your family do on Christmas Eve?
What we do every year since the girls have been born, except for maybe 1 year, we go to Hawaii, and that's where the president is from. So his family is there, and because Hawaii is so far away, we don't only get to go there once a year. And you need a little time when you go to Hawaii because it's a long flight.
But you can go to Disney.
Well, Hawaii's not in Disney. Disney's not in Hawaii, although the girls would like that, but it's on the way. It's in California, but we don't do that, and let's not talk about that because we don't want that to be an idea for the kids. But when we go there, we really just spend time with family, and we have a lot of fun traditions and places that we like to go, and going to the zoo. Even though the kids are getting older, they still like to do the same things over and over again. Going to the zoo, going to get shave ice, swimming in the ocean. And we have a lot of friends and family with us, and we go with a lot of people. So there are a lot of kids in one house, and everybody's noisy, and it's just fun. Yes. What? More? Yes.
How many chimneys are there in the White House?
Oh,
Which one does Santa go in?
You know, I don't know how many chimneys there are because there's a fireplace in almost every room in the White House. And I think that's because it was built in a time where, you know, big older homes were heated by fireplaces. So if you were going to be warm in a room, and these rooms are big with high ceilings, you had to have a fireplace. Now, I've explained to Sasha that Santa will come down the chimney in the yellow oval room, because that's where the biggest tree in our house is. So the expectation is that Santa will use that chimney. But you never know. I mean, you know, you don't know what you're going to do. Sometimes you got to change it up. So you won't get burned. We will make sure the fires are out.
Yeah, put the fires out.
That's a good thing. It's a good thing. We will see to it. Thank you for that reminder. Santa appreciates it. All right, where's the mic? Where? Wait. Is it you again? More questions? We got hands here. Let's make sure we get the mic over there. I lost the mic. The mic ladies.
You know what?
Okay, we got them
Maybe
back
you
there.
should get Barack Obama
Okay, we'll get
a new
that.
hot tub.
You think he's got an old hot tub? All right, that's another recommendation. We've got a watch, a new suit, candy, and a hot tub. Got it. Yes.
Maybe you should get him his own ornament.
His own ornament. Well, what would it look like? What do you think?
Blue.
A moon. Yes, that's a good idea. What do you think we'd do with it? What would we put on his?
Hang it on the Christmas tree.
What should it look like? Should it have colors?
All blue.
All blue? You know what? An idea that would be nice for you to make him an ornament and send it to the White House with your name on it.
Purple.
And purple, yeah. Purple or blue. And gold too. Yes, yes. Well, that's a great idea. All right, we have a hand right here up front.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Okay, we'll go there.
What's your favorite thing to eat for breakfast on Christmas morning?
Oh, wow. That's a good question.
I usually eat Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, we're not going to do any advertisements. But that is a healthy breakfast. It is. Some cookies. I don't usually eat cookies for breakfast. You know, I don't know. I try to eat a light breakfast because Christmas dinner is big, right? And I want to save room for Santa. Santa probably doesn't eat breakfast on Christmas because he's had all those cookies.
Very full on cookies.
So he probably takes it light.
We have one more question.
Okay.
How is it living in the White House?
How is it living in the White? It's nice. It's very cool.
Does it have a red carpet?
There are red carpets in the White House. There actually are some red carpets. But the most fun thing about living in the White House, and we say this all the time, it's the people's house. And we live in a house that's like a museum. There's a part of the house that's a home, and it doesn't feel like a museum, but the rest of it is open to anybody in the world who wants to come and see, and there's so much history. Barack Obama is the 44th president of the United States. That means that 43 other families have lived there and created memories, and they've created history. And all that stuff is all on the walls, from the furniture to the pictures to the carpets, and you can learn about that when you go. So I hope that each of you guys at some point in your lives, in your young lives, you come and visit the White House. It's particularly fun at Christmas because it's all decorated. There are 19 trees. But even when it's not Christmas, there's always a special place to visit. So hopefully all of you will ask your families to bring you to come see us at the White House. All right? What you guys, they're a very bright crew here.
Those were great questions. I assume some of them are going to end up on that back podium someday. So, so Mrs. Obama, I want to thank you again for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us.
My pleasure.
I want to thank our musicians who are going to sing We Wish You a Merry Christmas in just a second. Thank you again, and Merry Christmas and God bless to you and your family.
Thank you. I'll walk around with Bo. If you find him again.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas.